Greetings, one and all, to another YouTube video created by yours truly, the Dream Devil. This video starts off with some teasers into what's going on within my experience at this place known as the Whispering Estates, a haunted house that's located in Indiana. Within this haunted house, we have creepy dolls, we've got strange dust within cameras. It's all sort of hard to tell and hard to really explain. Luckily, I went with my friend whose mother is a ghost hunter who's got all these cool gadgets and gears, and so if you'd like to get to the investigation part of this video, go ahead and skip to this time frame. But if you'd like to see the rest of it, I do appreciate it. Go ahead and like and subscribe, as I will jump into my 6.5 hour drive to this place. The drive there, although it being 6.5 hours, wasn't all that bad. My friend likes to listen to some very good music. Now, while I thought we were staying in the haunted house, it turns out that's not the case. Instead, we stayed at my friend's mother's RV, which is really nice. Like, really nice. Other than that, she also's got 3 dogs with her. The 3 dogs' names are River, which is this fat, chunky one. We've got Anya, which is just a sweetheart. And then we have Groot. Yeah, he's a menace. So when we first arrived at the place, I thought that we were going to get everything set up right then and there. What happened instead was we were just taking River out for a little walk, and we were taking some daytime pictures and videos of the house. And while the outside of the house looks really cool and really old and antique-ish, I won't bore you guys too much with all the other crap that sort of went on during the day. And I'll just skip to when we arrived at our assigned time frame, which is somewhere between 8 or 9 in the afternoon to about 4 o'clock in the morning. And let me tell you, the place looks a whole lot cooler at night. The Whispers Estate, located in 714 West Warren Street, Mitchell, Indiana. Now, this place has a lot of history, but I didn't actually get to dive into how much, or read all of it, as they had some books and some documents within the history of the location. Most of what I remember is the name Dr. Johns Gibbons.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
A little girl named Rachel, and a little boy that's name is Gary.
Gary's classic.
Now, while I don't have all the lore, I will post a link to a video documentary on this place that's made by the King of Docks. About an hour-long video. I really highly recommend it if you want to get more into the backstory and the lore of the whole place, as I only know just little bits and pieces of it. But as for right now, I'll jump into the part in which we are setting up cameras and sort of just exploring the house in general. There's a lot of weird things in this place, and when I first was walking into it, I didn't think I'd see this many weird things.
Oh, no weird vibes whatsoever.
So I know what you're thinking into why are all the videos so far been vertical resolution while the actual videos within horizontal. So while going through all the setup footage and everything, I realized that there's not a lot of actual footage that was usable. Now when I get into the actual investigation, those would be the regular size videos, but most of these videos that I've shown so far have just been videos recorded from my phone. Now when I didn't want any of the videos from my phone to sort of end up on this video, it's just kind of what I had to work with. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first few rooms that we walked into. First walking up the stairs, there was a door that was closed that we had to swing on open. The first room to the left is known as Gary's room, a small child who died inside of his closet. Now, the room is mainly known for the closet being able to open on its own, which is kind of spooky. The room across from it was just known as the nursery. That's where the first set of creepy dolls sort of pop on up into our view. It also just kind of leads to the upstairs, which is a whole separate thing. The next room that's within the same hall is one that's known as Rachel's room. She was a girl that just really liked dolls. And it's the room with a bunch of dolls all over the place, all over the bed, and it's just a really weird vibe. Now, further down in the hall, there's another staircase that sort of led downstairs back into one of the kitchens. And I don't quite know what this room was for or what the name of the room was, but there was this weird, like, hole in its roof. It's sort of weird, but behind that, it just led into another room where there was just kind of nothing. I didn't really get too much video off of that because the video camera I was using, I could not get the footage for, sadly. But let's continue on to the upstairs portion. Or the attic, I guess you can call it. There were technically four things that sort of set on off a lot of different strange happenings. One of them was a room that had a bed and a couch, and apparently someone was attacked in there one time. There's a whole story on it on the video that I suggested at the beginning. There was another one that was kind of just a bed spring, but it sort of was floating at one point, I guess. Another one was like a seance room, which was kind of cool. Ouija boards all throughout the place, obviously. And then there's one room which really took me by surprise. It was called the Oculus room. Essentially, the room was just an entire enclosed room full of mirrors. And I'm like, I don't quite get what the point of this thing is, but it's kind of cool looking. Now, while the setup of this whole thing was kind of boring, and I'm not really going to get too into much of the details into what all we sort of did, and like there wasn't a lot of real footage for everything either, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the best part of this whole thing, which is the actual investigation into the ghost activity. Now, I know at the beginning of this video I said skip to this one portion, but whoever does skip to this part of the video gets a jump scare. I'm letting you guys know ahead of time as a thank you for watching the whole thing, so you can mute and or just be prepared for it. Thanks again.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
How do you like that? For those of you who skipped, I included that little bit for you guys. As now we get into the best part of this whole thing, which is the actual investigation. Now, while not a lot really happened while we were there were two major things that sort of happened, and I'll point them on out, but I'll also not do as much commentary into this little bit. I will let the video play through, and then after the video, I'll go ahead and do a little bit commentary to talk about what happened within the video, or the weird things that sort of paranormal, whatever. The first room we do investigate is the attic with the bed and the couch, and I'll let it go from there.
I think that it's probably best that we introduce ourselves before we get started, just because it's just nice to know who we are. And at the door is Brian. I'm Margot.
I'm Dan.
I'm Andrew.
We're not quite sure what your name is, but are you willing to talk with us? There's a box on the floor that you can answer yes or no to. We'll just sit here and wait. If you want to talk to us, let us know, please. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
More words.
Boy, that was ladylike.
Well, you know.
Sift, world, rapture.
It was just a burp.
Let's destroy the world.
I'm sorry. It's all the Coke that I drank. I'm sorry. That's rude behavior. Can you make any of my lights go off on the bed?
Right here. There's no.
Anything? What?
This went up to 3.
Did it?
All your bourbon.
Maybe I should work again. Here, let me see this.
I don't know what that is. So.
This is my millimeter. And go ahead and turn on the room function. Was that the room? This is the room function. Yep.
Oh, and you reset it while it's on the ground, right? Set.
Oopsie. I hit the camera. That was me, for the record. Hit the camera. Okay. It's really quiet.
It actually is. I think I would sleep peacefully in here.
You would?
Maybe. I don't feel anything bad in here. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of feels nice and calm.
It said yes.
Did it?
Yeah. Are you good?
So, nothing real magnificent or anything, but about 3 minutes into our first little, like, investigation, and we already get some sort of activity, which is kind of cool, as it's not something I've ever experienced before. Now, what makes this also pretty neat is that I also got this moment recorded on my phone, which I'll show right here, and I'll try to line it up with the same time.
It's really quiet here, huh?
It actually is. I think I would sleep peacefully in here.
You would?
Maybe. I don't feel anything bad in here. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of feels nice and calm.
It said yes.
Did it?
Yeah. Are you good?
Let's see that a little bit more closely now, should we?
Kind of feels nice and calm.
So yeah, it's kind of cool, and as someone who's never really experienced anything paranormal like that, it was kind of a cool, like, experience in my life. Now I'm going to skip to the next little bit, as it gets a little boring between here and there. Just bear with me.
How does that box work? I know you were saying, like, yeah, we'll do yes or no, but on what basis?
I believe it has to get close to it. And one side is yes, and the other side is no.
I don't know, because
Because the triangle does that, I know,
the triangle
but...
does do that, yeah. I don't know, Andrew.
I know this room is pretty sweet so far.
Is there...
Yes, if you have a name. No, if you don't have a birth certificate.
What is your name?
Do you remember your name? No.
Board. Religion. Thurifer.
What does it say?
So board, religion, thurifer, percent, fire.
So this
Killed
ain't
in the fire.
This ain't some dude with a name. This is something.
Tab ball went off.
So, what is your name?
So now, while that's the third experience that we've encountered with this entity, the cat toy isn't anything too spectacular.
shy?
But also, I wanted to point out that the spirit box that they started to use looks a lot
Are you scared
like
of us?
cooler. It's kind of over there at the very bottom of the screen. I unblurred it so you guys can see it a little better.
Can you make that ball go off again? That was really good.
Or just went off.
Okay, cool. Hey,
See that? Or is it reacting to the light?
It's reacting to the light, I think.
Yeah, it's reacting to the light. That's strange.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so
I didn't know it could react to light.
I wouldn't think so, but I mean, clearly it is.
Oh. Said yes.
yeah.
So is it the jump rope reacting to
please-
light?
Brian, I'm trying to read this and I can't. Sweet reverse, maybe.
Well, it didn't want me to fart, so I'll hold true to my promise for now.
Okay, I'm gonna go backwards.
I may have to break
Hi.
it.
So, not only did the spirit or entity that we were talking to resembled a lot of things that are sort of personal to me, I also wasn't dressed the best in this occasion, so like Rugged really just kind of dug a little deeper than it should. But it doesn't quite stop there, as this entity starts picking on me even more. You'll get a kick out of this one.
Are you okay with us here? If you talk, we might be able to hear you through this spirit box. Can you try? Can you say Dan?
Can you say Danny?
Duty.
Damn.
That's pretty close.
I'm out.
You say duty.
It said duty. Look, you didn't need to be rude.
Was that funny?
Look. Never in my entire life have I ever wanted to go into the realm and beat the living shit out of a ghost. I swear. That aside, though, it was pretty fun, and there's only one other major moment. Now, this one, sadly, I wasn't able to capture on camera, or at least on, like, the major cameras that they had. I only had my phone with me. So, sorry.
Arrived. Walter.
Is somebody named Walter here?
How? Pull. Abort.
Yeah, I know that a lot of abortions were performed here. I don't know if that's the abort that they're talking about, though. So, or is it that you don't get lonely because you like being alone? I'm not alone. Who's with you? How many are with you?
Are you alone right now? Are you alone with us?
Are there multiple entities in this room right now?
Is that what I'm calling for? No, it was off the bed. You left the paper?
Yeah. They go off or something?
Do you like this room?
I like this room. This is a beautiful room. Do you like this room? Marked.
Am I marked? That was a long yes.
Marked in a good way or a bad way? A good way is
Look, like being told that I'm marked. We all know this already, but just to hear it from like some other entity was just something a little just not expected. So, yeah, both of those things sort of happened. The next little bit isn't too much of importance. It's just, you know, some small things here, a little joke here and there or something. So I hope you enjoy.
boy is in here.
Why is this going off so hard?
Is a Henry in here? No.
What's right here?
Were you a patient of the doctor?
If you're on the bed, can you make that motion detector go off? Can you touch our alarm right there? Huh? Okay.
SH. Explain.
Yeah, shithead. I agree.
SH? Maybe it's saying shush.
No, it's probably saying shithead.
Are you saying shithead?
It's pronounced Shathid.
Shathid?
Oh, it's my phone.
Okay.
I was probably like, whoa, this thing's going nuts.
I don't know why I've got the chills so bad.
Well, that's it. That's sort of everything that sort of went on, my entire experience and everything that I sort of built up from this whole video. Thanks for watching the whole video. Please like, subscribe, follow my Twitter, follow my Twitch. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok too, as I do some stuff on there as well. And please share this with any of your friends or any of your friends' friends or anyone that's just sort of interested in this ghost hunting business. As a person that doesn't really believe in a lot of this stuff, it was still very fun and like really an eye-opener. I've really only heard like stories and different things like this happening or played video games that are like what you do in here, though the video games are a little bit more tense. And this one, I was told that my friend's mother and my friend, this is more of a very calm experience for them as they've dealt with other things that have been like a lot more intense. So I hope to see them next time when I go out to one of these things, or they at least told me that they'll invite me to the next one. And obviously I'm going to make another video on that one as well. So again, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all next time.